book is about patterns, and you can find patterns all over the place. Actually, I have patterns behind me. There's a pattern right here. This game board is made with black and white squares. The squares are laid out in a regular way, so they make a pattern. This board is also made with black and white squares. They're not laid out in a regular way. They do not make a pattern, because a pattern is something that repeats over and over again. Patterns are found all around us. You can find patterns in nature and on the heads and petals of flowers. You can find patterns on leaves. On birds. Peacocks have a beautiful pattern. And on butterflies. Do you see how both sides of the butterfly are the same? There is a spiral pattern on the shell, and a pattern of stripes on the coat of the zebra. We decorate our homes in patterns with patterned wallpaper and fabric. We put patterned carpets on the floor. We eat from patterned bowls and plates. And the placemat is also a pattern. Things we wear are even patterned. You probably have scarves that have patterns on them. And so are clothes. Some of them worn on special occasions. Many patterns repeat themselves. Can you see the repeat in this pattern? Show Mom and Dad what the repeat is in this pattern. Some patterns repeat themselves in a different way. How does this pattern repeat itself? There are patterns almost everywhere. What shapes repeat themselves in these cranes to make a pattern? Do you see what shapes? I see squares, I see rectangles, I see triangles. Do you see any others? And what pattern can you see in these cobblestones? Some shapes fit together tightly to make a pattern like the honeycomb. And some leave little spaces in between. You see all the dark little spaces in between? But the little spaces make a pattern too. The swimmers are making a pattern with their bodies. And the water makes a circular pattern when a drop hits the surface. And that pattern will extend out all the way to the edge of the water. This is a close-up of, what do you think that is? That's a car tire. Why does it have this pattern? There's a reason for that pattern. Can you guess what it is? There's also a pattern on the sole of the sneaker. How does the pattern stop the runner from slipping? Kind of the same reason the tire had a pattern. Look around you. Even spiders make patterns. How many different patterns can you see here? Tell Mom and Dad. There are all kinds of patterns in this picture. On the castle, and the grass, and the flowers. So now I want you to go and find some patterns in your house and take some pictures and send them to me. I'm talking to my kindergarten kids. So if you're watching this and you're not one of my kindergarten kids, you can point out some patterns to your mom and dad. You'll find them all over your house.